In this video we will discuss what is bear put spread. So again we are going to discuss this five basic points: when to design any strategy, how to design, break even point, what is maximum risk involved, and what is maximum reward. So let's understand by when to design this strategy. See, as a trader, when you have a bearish view on any stock or any index, you can design bear put spread. As you can see, we have a word bear, so this basically means when trader is having a bearish view, he can design bear put spread using put options. That's why the name is bear put spread. Means we have a bearish view, we will use put options to design strategy. Now you have two choices. Whenever you have a bearish view, either you can design bear call spread or you can design bear put spread. So we have understand what is bear call spread in previous video. In this video we will focus on bear put spread. So when to design? Very simple. When you have a bearish view, you can design bear call spread. Now let's discuss how to design. You need to buy put option with higher strike. Simultaneously you need to sell one put option with lower strike. So buy put option with higher strike, sell put option with lower strike. Let's understand with the help of example. Let's say ABC Limited is currently trading at rupees 102. Now as a trader, if you have a bearish view, when you are expecting price will fall below 102, you can design bear put spread strategy. So you will buy put option with strike 100 at rupees 3, and you will sell put option, let's say strike 90 at rupees 1. Now when you are buying the put option, you need to pay premium. So this 3 rupees will be debit from your account. And when you are selling the put option, you will receive premium. So this 1 rupee will be credit. So 3 debit, 1 credit. On net basis, you can see your net debit is 2 rupees. Now assuming lot size is 4,000, your total debit, or you can say your total cost to design this strategy is 8,000. So total cost to create or to design this strategy is net debit. Now let's talk about break even point. You need to remember the formula for break even point. Formula is higher strike minus net debit. So in this case, out of 190, you can see higher strike is 100. So 100 minus 2, 98 is your break even point. This means on the day of expiry, if price closed at rupees 98, this ABC Limited, which is right now at 102, let's say on the day of expiry, if it closed at 98, then as a trader we will not make any profit, we will not face any loss. But if price closed below 98, we will start making profit. So our profit will start below 98. Once break even point is crossed, our profit will start. So right now you can see ABC stock is trading at 102. We will earn profit only if ABC stock closed below 98 on the day of expiry. Okay, now let's understand what is the maximum risk involved in this strategy. So maximum risk involved in this strategy is net debit. So in this case, the net debit was 2 rupees with lot size 4,000. This is our maximum risk. Okay, whatever cost we have paid to design this strategy, that can be your maximum risk. We cannot lose anything more than 8,000. Now let's focus on maximum reward. So again I will use one shortcut formula to calculate maximum reward. So strike spread minus net debit. So you can see we have a strike price 190. So the difference between 190 is called as strike spread, which is 10 points. Net debit is 2 points. So 8 points is our maximum reward. So with lot size 4,000, our maximum reward will be how much? 32,000. Now let's see when this maximum risk and maximum reward will happen. So here you can note down, these are the two important points which I have written here. See, when price closed at rupees 100 or above, then as a trader we will lose 8,000 rupees in this case. When price is closing at higher strike or above on the day of expiry, then as a trader we will lose net debit. So we have paid 2 rupees with lot size 4,000. 8,000 will be our maximum loss on the day of expiry if price is closing at 100 or above. When price closed at rupees 90 or below, when price closed at rupees 90, that is lower strike or below lower strike, then as a trader you will earn maximum reward, which is 8 points or 32,000. Now let's see this in payoff. So whatever I have said here about maximum loss, maximum reward, now let's look this in payoff. So this is long put strike 100, and on other side I have written short put strike 90. First let's focus on long put strike. This means we have bought this put option with strike price 100. So I am expecting price will close below 100 on the day of expiry, and you can see I have taken different scenarios. So this is the spot price on the day of expiry. Assuming spot price on the day of expiry closed at 85, then what will be our profit and loss? If it closed at 98, what will be the profit and loss, and so on. So I have taken prices below lower strike price also and above higher strike price also. Okay, now let's discuss what will be the profit and loss at 85 rupees. So for that, what we need to do, we need to do entry of premium. Very first thing we will do premium entry. So when we are buying put option with strike 100, we have paid premium of 3 rupees. So that's why this is negative. As a buyer, we need to pay premium. And when we are selling put option with strike 90, we will receive premium of 1 rupee. So as a seller, this is inflow. Okay, now let's focus on intrinsic value. So here option moneyness concept will come in picture. So you need to remember when put option is set to be in the money. Very simple. See, as a trader, I am expecting price will fall. Which price will fall? Spot price will fall. So spot should be less than strike. Then only we will say yes, option is in the money. So here you can see strike is 100. So as long as spot is below 100, option is in the money. So from 85 to 98, you can see these are in the money scenarios. From rupees 85 to 88, these all are in the money scenarios. At 100, option is at the money. Spot 100 is equal to strike 100, option is at the money. Above 100, you can see option is OTM, out the money, because spot is greater than strike. So whenever spot price is greater than strike price, put option is out the money. So at 85, option is in the money by 15 rupees. 88, option is in the money by 12 rupees. At 90, option is in the money by 10. 92, option is in the money by 8 points. Here it is 2 points. This is at the money, out the money. So intrinsic value will be 0. Now let's find out profit and loss. So intrinsic value 15, profit minus 3, premium minus 3. So your net profit will be 12. So 15 minus 3, it will be 12. So here you can see profit is 9. It is here, it is 7. Here it is 5. Here it is minus 1, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. As a buyer of put option, you can see we are not losing more than premium. So whenever option is at the money or out the money, option buyer will lose only premium paid. So here in all three cases you can see the loss is only premium paid. Okay, now let's discuss the put option which we have sold. So when we are selling put option with strike 90, this means our view is bullish. We are expecting price will close above 90. Okay, now let's talk about again option moneyness. So spot should be less than strike. If spot is less than strike, option is in the money. So at 85 you can see this option is in the money by 5 points. At 88 this is in the money by 2 points. So as a seller we need to pay intrinsic value, so that's why we are writing in negative. At 90 option is ATM. Now above 90 all scenarios are OTA. So minus 5 plus 1 minus 4. Here we are losing minus 1. Here you can see in all scenarios we are earning plus 1 because our view is correct. We predicted price will close above 90. So from 92 to 105 you can see all scenarios are above 90. That's why we are making profit of 1 rupee. Even at 90 we are making profit of 1 rupee because option is at the money. So that's why intrinsic value is 0. Now let's find out net profit and loss. So profit and loss from 100 strike, profit and loss from 90 strike, we need to adjust to get net profit and loss. So 12 minus 4, 8 points, 9 minus 1, again 8 points, 7 plus 1, 8 points, 5 plus 1, 6 points. Here you can see we are having 0 because this is break-even point. At 98, no profit, no loss. If ABC stock closed at 98 on the day of expiry, no profit, no loss. Here you can see we are losing 2 rupees, 2 rupees, 2 rupees. Now you can clearly see our maximum reward is 8 points and our maximum risk is 2 points. Now focus on from which price our maximum reward is happening. At 90 or above. At 90 or below. 90, 88, 85. So if ABC stock closed at 90 or below, if ABC stock closed at lower strike or below lower strike, your maximum reward will happen. If ABC stock closed at 100 or above, maximum risk will happen. 2 rupees. So if price is closing at 100 or above 100, whatever cost you have paid to design this strategy, that will be your loss. At 98 you can see it is break even. Now let's discuss what is the difference between bear call spread and bear put spread. The difference is of risk and reward. So in bear call spread, your risk will be comparatively high when you compare with bear put spread. So here our risk will be low, and here in bear call spread your reward will be low. In bear put spread, reward will be high. Also there is a difference of margin. So generally to design bear call spread, comparatively you require lower margin, but when you design bear call spread, your margin will be high when you compare with bear put spread. So this is the difference between bear call spread and bear put spread. So if you have a bearish view as a trader, you have option now, you have choice what you want to design, whether you want to design bear call spread or bear put spread.